Hello, and what is up, ADHD gang, and happy New Year, happy 2024. It's now 2024. Crazy. Yeah, for today's video, I am going to be going through and reviewing a bunch of the Amazon products that I have kind of bought over like my birthday, Christmas, kind of around this time, and how like good of a quality they are, what I think about them, do I really like them, including this little puppy. And yeah, let's just get into the video. So, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is this microphone. Right now, I think it's on sale for about 17 or 18 bucks. It's like 6% off, which I think it's usually like 18 or 19 bucks. It came with a pack of 2 microphones like this, and they kind of just clip on. It has the fuzzy head, it has replacements, and then it has this connector that has an adapter piece that I plugged in that attaches to the phone. I assume you could also plug it into a camera. Have not kind of tried that yet. We're using phone today because it's going to be easier to just walk around and show you a lot of the things. And then it came with the short little charging cord. You do have to charge it before using it, but I think that it's really great. It's really great. It's going to be probably one of my favorite upgrades, other than the one that I'm going to show you a little bit later, but 10 out of 10. I think this works perfectly fine. You don't notice a difference until after you've recorded. Like as you're recording, I don't notice much of a difference, but once like it's recorded, you can hear it and it is an audio kind of difference. The next thing we're going to get into is right in front of me, and I use it so much. Yeah, let's get into the next one. Okay, so the next one is this right in front of me. This is about $16.99. It's a grow light, but it's a grow light that has a clamp in the back there that I have like kind of clamped onto some books and stuff like that because I didn't have a proper place to clip it. But it has this thing right here, which I have kind of taped onto the wall. But if you look at it, I can shut off each light individually, turn it on, and I can change to 3 different settings, like a purpley, this like bluish kind of color, and then just the regular like green light. And you can also set it up to dimness, brightness, and you can set it on a timer too. So whether it's 3, 6, 9, 12 hours that this will stay on and stuff like that. And that has proven to become very useful. But yeah, these arms too are also bendable. You can position them in any kind of spot you want, and it's just perfect for me because what I had was one of those like aerospace herb garden grow lights that was supposed to have like the little basket in it that I took out and just used the grow light, and it was so bulky. Like something like this doesn't take up a whole lot of space, and they're long for your like taller plants like I have over there. That one's kind of taller. Some of my plants are getting like kind of taller and stuff like that, so it just works. I would really rate this, for the price of it, a 8 out of 10. I'm not going to go 10 out of 10. I'm going to say 8 out of 10 just because of like the space that I have and with how thick like this is. It doesn't clamp this way, and I can't clamp it that way because it like practically slid off. So trying to find a way to put it up was a little difficult. But 10 out of 10. You can get this as a just a single light, a double light, a triple light, and I think there might be more than that if you're looking for similar ones, but the one that I bought specifically was this triple light. So get into the next one. Okay. So this next item was around $18, but it was a 4-pack and it is these light bulbs. I will turn it on here. That's the color that I have it set to. Usually I don't turn it on like that. It connects to my Google system. You can also connect it to your Alexa as well and stuff like that. And within the apps that I connected it to my Google Assistant, Google Home app, you can change the brightness, the dimness, the like color, like hue of it. And then in the app itself, you can say, you can click on it like in the app, okay, turn on this light bulb, turn on this light bulb. There is a way to do voice activated. I have not figured that out quite yet. But I think this is just kind of one of the best purchases because the standard light bulb gets so bright, and with me not having a proper lampshade and finding a lampshade that kind of matches the style of this that I like, it's kind of nicer to have it slightly dimmer when I just want like a little reading light almost in my bedroom and I don't want to put on the colored strip lights and stuff like that. So overall, I rate this a 9 out of 10, I'm going to say, just because the brand that it was, it took me a good few hours to try to figure out how to set up, and the directions were definitely missing a few steps in them when I was setting it up. It did not tell me that I had to like mess with turning it on and off a few times and do some extra steps that definitely weren't there. So yeah, I'd say about 7 or 8 out of 10. But this overall was a really, really good one. The next one is over there. You've probably seen it in the background. I think maybe mentioned it a few times in my TikTok, so let's just get into it. Okay, so up next, I'm going to be talking about these shelves here. These shelves for me particularly were a pain in the butt, but worth it. Now, there's a reason why that one is on the table, but so far I have 3 up. It came in a 4-pack for about $10. I got this like bright orange color because I wanted something kind of vibrant, and I'm thinking about if I got into a new space, something like that where the walls weren't hot pink and stuff like that, that it would essentially kind of look a little better somewhere there. But I put them here above my sewing table for some different things. Now, the reason why that one is down there is also because the reason why this one you can see has screws and that one doesn't. So when I got these shelves, they came with what this has here, which are these like clear sticky squares to hang it up, which I thought would be a great idea. But my wall has like this like wallpaper esque kind of kind of stuff to it, which was not a good idea. So I ended up, this one fell off, and literally the whole container that was sitting on here, this thing fell off and like spilled everywhere. I'm kind of glad that this is like sturdy enough and that it did not break. I ended up having to screw that one in. This thing's light enough, and then this shelf originally had all of these on here, and I guess this, which is pretty light to me, made it fall off. So I do have to screw that one in. So for this, it says the stickers are for smooth walls, which I don't know what the difference between a rough wall and a smooth wall is. But if you are planning on getting these, because these are just like little tiny, tiny squares, like they're not that big. They don't like stick out that far. and stuff like that. If you're going to get these, I highly recommend screwing them in. And for me, with the type of walls that I have, it is hard for me to nail and screw stuff into like this type of like walling and stuff like that. So I had to hammer in a nail as far as I could, peel the nail off, then screw the screw in because I don't have a fancy drill and all of that technology. But overall, I'm gonna rate these an 8 or 9 out of 10 just because of the fact that one, they fell off of the wall, and two, it wasn't kind of very clear. I feel like the sticky was almost more for if you're doing lighter things, and if it's going to be something kind of heavy with a bit of weight to it, you would want to screw it in. But other than that, they weren't too bad. I want to almost kind of lean more towards an 8. Also, because when this one started falling off, and this one particularly when it started falling off, it was hard to get off. It fell off part way, but I had to like shove things under there to get that stick off because it almost like ripped my wall. Like my walls off. It almost felt like it was very strong and tough, but once it's part way off, you can't put it, I couldn't put it back up, like re-stick it back up. So that was kind of an issue. But yeah, these were probably one of my favorite purchases. It decluttered my whole space so I could like push that back so I can see the projector and things don't get too cut off. Yeah, let's move on to the final item. So I did lie a little bit. I actually have two more things that I'm gonna show because I forgot about this one, and this is the main one that I wanted to show. This one here, it's $22 right now. The one that I got was definitely way cheaper. It has this arm clamp and it clips to the desk, and you can take that and move the height. This can move around to film whatever angle. And I found this really useful for a lot of my videography class, like my project that I did and stuff like that. You can move it around, maneuver it. It works best for top down type of shots like that when I'm just filming with my phone and stuff like that. And yeah, I 10 out of 10. Other than I mean, I could do a 9.5 if I was really going to be technical. Like this whole pushing out system here is a little janky, but that's only because I have a pop socket on the back of my phone. So it does make it a little hard with positioning, and if I position it the wrong way, it'll turn up the volume or turn off my hit my power button. So that it's a human error, human testing, user error. Yeah. Let's get to the final one. I promise you this is the final one. Okay, so we're kind of here on the stairs. That's my candle making box. This one was about $17. It came with let's step down into the light. It's hard to reach the box when you're down here. It came with two metal wick holders, like a million of these wicks and the sticks, and then it came with a 2-pound kind of box of wax. Um, I would say that for regular candle makers, if you're just making them into little jars, little canisters, cups, stuff like that, like the stuff you would just like get at the store, like at Michael's or like a craft store or something to put the candles in like the generic vessels, it's a 10 out of 10. For me and what I'm trying to do and what I'm like kind of experimenting with for like my future business and stuff like that, because I want to sell candles sometime in the near future once I even start my business, and then sell clothes and then candles and then art and stuff like that. For me personally, I like thrifted vessels and things that can be repurposed and reused, and those generic vessels can get so expensive and stuff like that. And like, I have a jar, like a box of like these just like jars with the lids, and they're like that tall, and like they're cute and all, but it's not my personal style. And I like the idea of something thrifted better because of that, and like my ways, I guess, and how I want to make my candles. The wick holders do not work for me. Um, I wanted wick holders for the longest time, but because there's such that like generic length that's kind of supposed to be multi-purpose, the canisters that I'm getting could be like this long or something, like not to be exact, but like they're gonna be like here. Oh, I just made like 2 candles the other day. Like this one. This is like a thrifted vessel. Like the wick holder is not long enough or something like that, or even for here's like a smaller vessel that I thrifted and stuff like that. Like the wick holder was not long enough. Now, if I did go and decide that maybe I want to put them in mugs, because that's like another thing that I kind of wait on the line. I have like a million and one ideas because the ADHD just keeps running. It would probably work. So I'm gonna say for my like specifics, and for me personally, it's gonna be a 9 out of 10 just because the wick holder. But everything else was like really genius. The fact that like there were stickers that it would stick there, like the wick wouldn't stay up straight, obviously, and that's what the holder was for. But even just kind of messing around a little bit with it, like yeah, some of the wicks may be a little bit crooked when they're in there because I didn't have a holder, but just to have like the sticker there really helped. And the fact that it came with that many wicks plus the like candle wax and stuff like that, I think was really perfect. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Would purchase again, may purchase again. I think that that was a great price for under $20 for all of that, compared to spending almost $20 for like just that much just in wicks or just in candle wax at a craft store. So yeah, let's get into the outro here. Okay, guys. That's it. That is it. That's it. That's it. I wanted to play with the whisper. Yeah, I think a lot of these products that I have kind of been buying and stuff like that, and a lot of the stuff that I am looking into and buying for the future are things that are going to be kind of long lasting to help for the channel, like this and the stand and stuff like that, and looking into maybe purchasing supplies towards getting a business set up and stuff like that. So yeah, if you like this video, you stayed to the end, so hopefully you liked the video. If you did, please leave a like, drop a comment down below. I could show you how I make candles. I've also been getting into diamond painting recently, so I could just do like a time lapse of me diamond painting. Just put on some music and just like slow-mo of me like I don't know if you want to see that. I've been getting into knitting. I can try to do some stuff like that. If you want to see more videos, more stuff, check out down below the socials. Check the socials. Mainly my TikTok. I don't know if my TikTok is linked down there. It is that bisexual bitch Brie. That's I'm not gonna say it again because bad words. But definitely check that out because I post daily there, like almost 4 times a day. I've been like thrifting recently, and a lot of the things that I do. Check out my 3 different Instagrams down below, my main, where I kind of just post like food and general stuff like that. My art one that I need to start posting more on for the art and things that I'm going to be doing, and then my kind of business Instagram where I'll be posting more fashion related content. Yeah, I hope you liked the video. Subscribe, hit the bell if you want to be notified. I try to post once a month, usually towards the end of the month, middle of the month, sometime in the month when I'm not busy and I can fully edit. So, yeah, that is it, guys.